Mrs May travelled to Brussels on Monday after tense negotiations with EU leaders and Irish officials in a bid to get the nation's EU evacuation moving. But the deal was scuppered at the last minute by her Commons ally the DUP, who threatened to destroy the Prime Minister's Commons majority if she went ahead with plans to allow regulatory alignment between Northern Ireland and their southern neighbours. News of the deal was swiftly followed by calls for specialist deals for Scotland and London, with Nicola Sturgeon claiming if one part of UK can retain regulatory alignment with EU and effectively stay in the single market, then there was no good practical reason why others can't. Officials on the continent were quick to claim the UK was tearing itself apart over Brexit. Getty European media also took the opportunity to gloat over the breakdown in talks. Related articles: Brexit by Christmas, Ireland confident talks can progress, Brexit deal live, Arlene Foster refuses call from Theresa May. Speaking to The Times, a Spanish minister said, "It is a case of disunited kingdoms. The kingdom must deal with too many national interests." European media also took the opportunity to gloat over the breakdown in talks on Monday, which were brought to a grinding halt when the DUP's Arlene Foster told the Prime Minister she would not support a deal that placed Northern Ireland under different rules to the rest of the United Kingdom. Mrs May stepped out of her meeting with Jean-Claude Juncker to speak with the DUP leader, with insiders claiming a deal was off the table by the time she had returned. Getty: the deal was scuppered at the last minute by May's Commons ally the DUP. A draft paper of the deal claimed Northern Ireland would have regulatory alignment with their southern neighbours, potentially keeping Belfast in the EU's single market and customs union in all but name. France's Europe 1 radio said, "This concession is a bombshell which is henceforth threatening the unity of Theresa May's government and even the United Kingdom." Next into the breach will be the governments of Wales and Scotland. The nation's leading conservative publication Le Figaro claimed Mrs May had accepted a string of capitulations on the divorce terms at the risk of sowing discord in her own country, while the Northern Ireland issue is threatening the fragile balance of the government in Westminster. German public radio station Deutschlandfunk went even further, claiming Brexit is the biggest political idiocy since the Roman Emperor Caligula decided to appoint his favorite horse Incitatus as consul. The broadcaster added, "Anyone who needed further proof of this thesis has received it today." However, some officials on the continent were more optimistic when it came to the UK's hopes of striking a deal. Andreas Stormbredt, executive board member of Germany's central bank, said too much was riding on a result for there to be no deal. Getty: Mars May stepped out of her meeting with Jean-Claude Juncker to speak with the DUP leader. He said, "There's too much at stake that I cannot believe that there will not be an agreement." Meanwhile, Italy's Europe Minister Sandro Gozzi had faith negotiations could move forward despite Monday's setback. He said, "I think we are very close, even though we are paying attention to the relationship between the DUP and the UK government. I think we can make it, and I believe all the hours and days will be used ahead of the next European Council meeting to get to a breakthrough." Related articles: You won't discuss the positives. Tory MP slams Newsnight Brexit view. New poll shows over half the UK blames EU for lack of Brexit progress. Dutch MEP claims Irish border means Brexit is not going to happen.